global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. As we speak right now, social media is agog over the allegations and the receipts flying from back and center between the FCT minister and Sowore as they begin to open up on a lot of things. Don't forget, just a few days back, the FCT minister mentioned the fact that Sowore was quite lucky that he is actually Nigeria is not like Senate claims where you don't see some certain ones and get away with it. Well, Sowore decided to climb back, but he didn't just decide to climb back, he decided to go on ahead to expose quite a lot of things that was done behind the scene, allegedly by FCT Minister Wike. Talked about the 2 million. Don't also forget that Wike also debunked his saying that his children are American citizens and the house claimed to have been bought by him were bought by his in-law. All of that was trashed, and FCT Minister also did not let matters slide. He decided to dig into Sowore's past and decided to bring out a lot of things that are flowing. We are going to bring them all to you. You decide who then is on the right. Nigerians are really looking as more info is being dug out. Let's dive into the newspaper. According to Sowore, he said this some few minutes ago on a social media handle. He said Florida state law prohibits anyone who has stolen or laundered money from using it to purchase property and international only at Governor Wike bought the mansion in cash but claimed that his in-laws purchased it for his wife and children. He's about to find out in a very hard way. Now, Florida's Attorney General, that's at A.G. James Uthmer, must be made aware that money laundering and property trafficking crimes have occurred in his state, that several statutes in the state of Florida directly prohibits this criminal conduct, and Nigeria's FCT minister Wike is about to find out. Now, several statutes in the state of Florida directly prohibit what Florida state law prohibits. Anyone who has stolen or laundered money from using it to purchase property, an international one like Governor Wike bought the mansion in cash while claiming his in-law purchased it for his wife and children, has done, which is illegally concealing ownership of his Florida properties by placing them under the names of his children and wife, who is herself a public official, which is a court of appeal judge in Nigeria. Wike's issues, among others, fall squarely under organizing or directly taking stolen property, issues in stolen property, a first-degree felony under Florida statutes, which is $812,000, punishable by up to 30 years in prison. My goodness. Wike, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory Minister, illegally grabbed land in Abuja for his family, but he could never escape his $2 million illegally acquired mansion, which is a property trafficking crime in Florida, USA. Now, very quick one. Of course, Nigerians have been reacting, but let me tell you one quick rebound, a counter that was made. I presume this one is actually a strong supporter or strong ally of Wike, who couldn't help but, did a counter on it. He said allegations should not be tried on a social media handle. On the social media, Nigeria has strong anti-corruption institution empowered to investigate and prosecute. If anyone has evidence, the right step is to present it before the court or relevant authorities. Governance should not be distracted by endless social trials. Let the law take its full course. Of course, another Nigerian have decided also to counter this very strong supporter of Wike, saying that you said Nigeria has strong anti-corruption institution. It's obvious that you have not been noticing. That's why you wrote that nonsense. Putting Tinubu's Nigeria and strong anti-corruption institution in the same sentence does not go well. And now this is what another person said here. He said, somebody said, Larry could not stop. Larry decided to come in again for Wike on this same matter. He now said that in 2018, GoFundMe saw Sowore scam and quickly suspended his campaign to raise $2 million, which is over 3 billion naira now. Human rights and beans archivists living on grant from unsuspecting donors. Lere did not stop. Lere continued because it's a battle going on. Lere now continued. As Lere is the media person of Wike. He now continued by saying, but between 2016 and 2019, Sowore got $1,300,000, which is about 1.9 billion naira, 1.9 billion naira now, from MacArthur Foundation to train journalists in Nigeria. Did he organize the training for any journalists? This rights and beans activist cannot stop. Now, he came with proofs too. He also continued, this same letter continued. Receipts are flying everywhere on social media. He said, now the cashivist Sowore was seeking grant in dollars for Tosin Adeniji without her consent. Sowore was collecting money in dollars on behalf of Tosin Adeniji without informing her. That's their trade, human rights and beans cashivist. He also didn't stop. He continued. He said, Sowore, who collected $3 million to sell his party's governorship ticket in Rivers State in 2019, will be calling himself activist. For his party's candidate, many people were brought down. He said nothing. Human rights activist. He still didn't stop there. He said, I have buried the hatchet. Okay, but then this one is actually talking about Fubara. But then let's continue. My colleague is in the house. It's getting interesting. As Sowore is bringing out his receipts, Lere, who happens to be the media person to Wike, is also bringing out the receipt of Sowore. Everything is coming out free on social media. My colleague is in the house. What's your take?
Well, and this is really uncalled for if you ask me, and though I know that, unfortunately, Nigerian politicians have gone very extreme, in the area of managing the finances of Nigeria. Call it misappropriation and you won't be wrong. Though the job is done, but you realize that excessive money was spent on it. And I think that's what is giving Sowore all that balls to open up on purchases made by him and all of that. Though it's still an allegation because it has not been proven. There are no receipts pointing to that direction and all of that. But I think that the anti-corruption team in Nigeria, talking about EFCC and ICPC, should jump into investigating this kind of thing. And I feel also they should come out very straight. Bola Tinubu says there's no corruption in Nigeria again. So if there's any of his commissioner or appointees that is found wanting in the area of misappropriation of funds, it should give that liberal ground to EFCC and the likes to investigate them and come out with something which will either exonerate them or totally, put chains in their hand, because I feel that that's the way out. This kind of banter in a public street, that's online public street, it's absolutely very degrading for Nigeria. But come on, this is just the best way to drag out some of these guys so that they will know that though, if it is true, that though you are doing this thing and Nigerians pretend not to really know that you're doing it, but eyes are really on you. And with time, a lot of things will unfold before the public. I wish that a treatment meted out to the likes of the CBN governor is also meted out to Emefiele. It's also meted out to some of those who are saving in Tinubu's camp, so that from there one can be so sure that it's out to fight any form of corruption. That's just my standpoint.
All right, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that comment.